I went from planning our wedding to planning to break up all over a dress. Though I don't think my fiancé cares to follow these circles of Reddit, if he Reddits at all. I've not been lucky in love. I thought that I hit the jackpot with my current boyfriend, now fiancé, because he was so sweet, funny, caring, and gentle. I love him still. We were discussing marriage and moving in together up until an hour ago. But tonight marked a breaking point. I've been ignoring so many things that he did that made me uncomfortable. Because the other times were great, I rationalized that he was so much better than my exes. He let me set the pace for our sex life, but would still push a little more, frame it as exposure therapy, or complain that we tried one thing once, but never again, or not soon enough again. He would grub me constantly, called if I didn't let him, and if I tried to stop him, he'd playfully continue, all while justifying it because it was a compliment, that I was just too sexy to resist. It got to the point I was actively avoiding any and all or anything that could be considered dirty. And if someone else said something, like heaven forbid pickle, I would start to feel gross and dirty because he'd just give me a look or make a sex joke, depending on company. Before going out to see him, I started wearing biker shorts over my underwear and to sports bras to hide my admittedly small chest. And I stopped wearing anything form-fitting, to his vocal disapproval. And I started angling myself, so my body was out of easy reach. I stopped sleeping well next to him, lying awake and waiting for when he'd roll over in his sleep so I could move toward the edge. If I brought up topics, actions, or comments that made me uncomfortable, he weaseled around it with an excuse and turned it back to me about how I was lashing out at him for no reason. If we went out to eat, he wouldn't look to see if there was anything that I could eat allergies, and even refused to leave to find somewhere else because a cocktail would be enough for me. Plus, he always made the decision too, because he refuses to eat anything beyond his limited palate and would try just about anything to get out of it. This includes making new plans on the same day as an established dad with his friends and inviting me along because he forgot or complained and pout at the restaurant and be sullen the rest of the night until he got to grub me. I could go on, and that isn't fair to either of us. He has so many good qualities and to him, and he'd be well suited to someone more like him. But all it took for me to finally decide to break up was wanting to wear a certain dress tonight. My great-grandmother, who helped raise me, gave it to me for my high school graduation. It has special sentimental value. I feel powerful and confident in it. It's also one of the few dresses and feminine outfits I wear. I wanted to wear it to dinner tonight, but the last time I wore a dress, he tried to grab my ass under the fabric and made a joke about easy access. All I could think about was how I knew that he would leer at me and immediately try to grab and paw at me if I showed up wearing this dress. I didn't want my Gram's dress to be yet another article of clothing that made me feel dirty. When I put it on at dinner tonight, I'll tell him it's not working out and I'll give back the ring. It's just so surreal to think it'll all be over soon. He sounds like an ex of mine. TBH, I felt super uncomfortable reading that. I'm so glad you're dumping him. It won't get better. It will only get worse.